Space. The infinite. The huge. The big black void. Space. It's everywhere. And there's a lot of it. Somewhere out there is my ship. Lost out there. With a ragtag crew of misfits and a team of odd and possibly horny scientists. My name is Captain Dash Handsome, and these are the stories of the Star Explorer, Hubris. Captain's Personal Diary. After my heroic escape from the dog world, I have clawed back control of my ship, smacked that crazy red button of fate, and now we're floating in a new part of space. My quarters are a little cramped by my love partner Woof and her 300 dash pups. They keep me up all night howling and barking and crawling all over me. Frankly, it's giving me the willies. And Woof is constantly in heat. I might need to rethink these living arrangements. These space fleas are the size of gumballs, and the itching is driving me insane. I also have a huge bubbling rash that if I did not know better, I'd say was a form of elephant herpes. She has an appointment with the med center today to get to the bottom of all of this. Anyhow, I returned to find that Echo has become a nun. No surprise there, really. I mean, with her backstory. Running back to the chicks seemed inevitable. I have to say that my first mate, Chase, acted well under pressure, and even though he wanted to blast me out of space, take control of my ship, and forget I ever existed, I give his few asexual days at the helm high marks. St. Clair and Engineer Punjam also get a gold star for their efforts to try and create a cat. They failed epically, and they all turned out to be dead, bloated Twinkie clones with the occasional twisted limb or gaping holed head, but they tried. Damn it, and that's what matters. I thank God they jettisoned the 4,000 mutant little bloody corpses out of the ship, and I also am happy there's no laws about littering in space. It's a good thing that PETA was banned from space, or I'd have another problem to deal with. Anyhow, aside from the fact that we're completely lost, we are making good time and are going about our day-to-day. I'm heading to the bridge now since it's feeding time, and I can't stand to see Wolf's 22 swollen nipples attacked by these little bastards. Dash out.
There you are, Dash. We were just about to call you. Nav has picked up 2 homing beacons that are from Earth. They're just ahead on that huge green planet.
That's outrageous. How in the world could they get way out here? Any idea where the hell we are?
Yeah, it turns out that you pushing the button got us closer to Earth than before, and at least we know where we are.
Have a little faith in the captain there, first mate. I've always had amazing instincts. Hardly nothing escapes my attention.
Is that why you're wearing your nightgown?
What, this old thing? It's Casual Tuesdays. I put it in a memo. What, no one saw it?
Today's Friday.
Whatever. So you were saying?
We're in the Pleiades cluster, once thought to only be stars, but my research early in my career told me that there were planets out here. In fact, I sent probes out here after the Pleiades incident on Earth when I first went to work for BRW Aerospace.
Pleiades, huh? Well, we are getting closer to Earth with every push of that button.
Yeah, now it will only take us 10,000 years to get home.
Well, it's closer than before, so shut up. Alright, Doc. These might be probes of yours that we're picking up on? What are the odds of that?
Depending on the number of planets and stars and other factors, I calculate the odds.
Shut up. It was rhetorical, Quip. Let's put her into orbit and see if we can locate these probes. I'm always down for a little probing myself.
Is that what you did to me?
Echo, my love, I don't know what you remember, but I can tell you that I brought my A-game to our sex court. I aced every serve and showed you my best overhead slam. The score at the end was 40-love.
I recall small balls, a lot of grunting and sweating, and everything happening too fast.
Yeah, well, I gave you McEnroe, but I guess you really wanted Billie Jean King, huh? Well, I have it on video if you need to see it in slow-motion replay.
No, it's burned in my mind forever.
Captain, we're in orbit, and I've located the signal. There are 2 spots on the planet. Here's the first one.
It looks as if the probe crash-landed. See the long valley and the big round impact area where it stopped?
Is it me, or does that look like a huge phallus? Christ, it's always sexual with you, and it has no balls at the bottom. Remind you of yourself? Well, look who else has a dirty mind. Duck, what are those walls around it and that big white building next to it?
I don't know, but it looks like a temple of some sort.
We should go down there and check it out.
Yeah, hold on that, St. Clair. Let's do a little more homework this time. I'm still recovering from that last impulsive away party decision that you all made. Let's scan for life and listen really close for barking. Captain, we have Wolf here in the medical center for a checkup, and I have some news for you. I'm a little busy. Can it wait? You should come down here. I don't want to say it over the comm. I have no secrets from my crew. Go on. Spill it. Well, Wolf has a rare form of space herpes and some kind of symbiotic rhino flea infestation, but that's not the worst part. Maybe I could break away for a few moments. Wolf is not a girl at all. In fact, their species have both male and female genes, and they reproduce asexually. The pups are not yours. Okay, I'm coming down. As far as I can tell, the area you think is a vagina is a -out. Chase, you have the con. I'll be back, soon. Just what in the flying, festering nut fucks are you talking about, Punjam? Don't shoot the messenger. I was just saying, it's not a vagina, but rather a bowel venting membrane that is filled with sensory nerves. Venting? Like a gas hole? You could say that. Also, it turns out that human semen is like a drug to their kind. So when you penetrated it and released your load, gave her a high that she's now addicted to. Ravenously addicted to. She's not in heat. She is an addict. So, I was not taken as a love slave? Weird that is the thing you're taking away, but no, most likely you are a hostage. Who else knows about this? Just me and Dr. Femur, and the medical center staff. And the daily log entries are available for the crew, and I've sent out a report to the science team. It is in the weekly bulletin that just went out, and I invited a few people to help me in here. And, okay, I get it. It's too many to take down to the planet and leave there. Fuck. So to summarize, the pups are not mine. Wolf is both a guy and a girl, and I've been humping her bowel vent. My semen is heroin, and everybody knows. And you have at least 3 STDs. I think that's it. Unless you count the fact that you were wrong about being a love slave and stud. Sure, yeah, throw that in there too. So what are you going to do now? I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to throw a party for them all in the aft airlock tonight around 11:30 p.m.
Hello, I'm Dr. Femur. Now about these nasty STDs. I have 3 extra large needles I need to inject into your penis and 1 into your rectum. Then you'll need to put this cream on 5 times a day for a year. That's all.
Just fucking shoot me.
Oh, let's not move on to that unless this protocol doesn't work.
You mean it might not cure it?
Oh, well, let's just say there's a reason they call it a medical practice. Okay then, there's a good man. Drop your pants and cover your sack. The shot's got to go in at the base. Here we go. What is it you say all the time? Let's make it happen.
So, when will I be able to have sex again, Doc?
Oh, never. You're a carrier now. Unless we find a cure, you'll be joining your first mate at the Temple of the Asexuals. No more exploration for little wee Dash there.
Okay, Punjam, I was kidding before, but not now. Set up that party in the airlock for tonight. Invite Dr. Happy here, too. Dash, ouch! We've made contact with the planet, and they've invited us down to negotiate a truce between their warring factions. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, it seems that since we told them they were from Earth, they think we're here to help them. You see, there's a wrinkle. On board those probes were information from Earth. Back when me and the founder were sending them, we had sponsors. We included their writings and work on board, like when the Voyager probe was launched in the 70s with Earth music and Da Vinci drawings on it. Only we sold those spots to the highest bidder, mostly celebrities and pop stars.
That seems reckless of both of you, and an odd, zany, and lengthy plot twist. I hope it has a good payoff.
It does.
Go on, spill it.
I'll just play you the audio message from them.
Y'all ought not to be worshiping Godfrey. There's only one God, and that's Carl.
Ow! So you're the ones who are right. Everyone else is wrong. God is a retarded murderer. That sounds good to you?
You ought not to be talking to me that way. Mm-hmm.
You can go fuck yourself, okay? Go fuck yourself.
Well, it looks like we've got a Hatfield and McCoy's thing going on down there. Doc, you cease to amaze me. And I'm no history buff, but those voices sound like, Carl from Sling Blade and that insane comic Gilbert Godfrey, although it could not be due to copyright issues.
High marks, Dash. That's what they are.
And I thought he was the only crazy one on board, Doc. Good point, Chase. And again, I'm no rocket scientist, but how in the hell did these probes get way out here in less than 80 years, when it would take us 10,000 years to get back to Earth, according to the asexual?
I'd rather not say.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'd rather not have space herpes and 3 large holes in my love boat, so man the fuck up.
When the founder and I were going through the data from the Pleiades exchange, we found that they used an Einstein-Rosen bridge to travel.
Why would they use false pregnancy labor contractions to travel?
No, those are the Braxton-Hicks contractions. They used an Einstein-Rosen bridge. A wormhole.
Well, you can see that that's an easy thing to mix up. Go on.
So when we sent the probes, we aimed them at the location of that wormhole, so that they might have a chance to get further out into space.
Sure, bring the gift of classic entertainment to the universe. Good call. But,
Yes, well, it would appear that they traveled back in time as well.
How's that?
Well, surely you don't think that these cultures developed over just a few decades to worship the information on these probes. It must have taken thousands of years.
This is hitting my head. I need an aspirin.
You could try some of Dash's heroin semen.
Could we please stay on topic?
Yeah, Echo. Funny, but not helpful. So, Doc, you sent these probes out 80 years ago. We traveled out here 80 years later. But these people have changed their culture from them thousands of years ago to this insane thing we find now. Why does this sound so familiar?
I don't know what you mean.
Wait, I've got it. It's the Planet of the Apes plot. Christ, he's right. I bet that was hard to say, huh?
Well, I suppose you could explain it that way, but it's way more complicated than that.
Yeah, well, it better be. Elsewise, it's just sloppy writing. Whatever. So let's go down there and do something stupid.
And we might be able to find information on the probe's data recorder that could help us navigate the wormhole so we could go home.
Yeah, that'll work out. Okay, Nav, you have the con. Chase, Doc, you're with me. And, Echo?
Yeah, huh?
I'm glad to hear you've been thinking about my semen.
Yeah, well, it's still on my mind. And my uniform.
Consider it a souvenir. Dash out.
Will the Godfreys and the Carls ever be able to live in harmony? Will the Doctor find a way to use the wormhole to get them home? And is the honeymoon over between Dash and Woof? Find out next time on another exciting episode of Space Botanists in Love. Only on Flashback Audio Theater.